Guys, why am I addicted to this game? In fact, you know what? Why is anyone addicted to any game? It's not just Call of Duty. I've been addicted to many more games than Call of Duty. Call of Duty is probably my most long-term love addiction, I guess you could call it. Now, I did a video recently talking about the fact that the Call of Duty community this year kind of split up into like 4 camps, as you could call it. And I asked you guys which camp you fell into. And like the sad thing is this year, people are like split between multiple Call of Duty games and or are just playing other games. I guess it's not the saddest thing in the world, but it sucks that we're not all like one big community. And I talked about how I can't wait for the next COD to bring us together. But as I say, it's not just Call of Duty Black Ops 3 that I've fallen in love with. And I'm sure you guys exactly the same. If you play games, you've probably been addicted to many more games than just Call of Duty. And for me, I think there are like legit reasons why I like this COD more than any other COD. But just to give you an idea of some of the other games that I played way too much as a kid, I think my first love addiction was Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy Color. Oh my days, that game was just amazing. I've never played a Call of Duty game. Oh my god, I'm getting Pokemon mixed up with Call of Duty now. I've never played a Pokemon game so many times. Yo, that guy was primed and ready for me. I would restart Pokemon Gold with a different starter, complete the game, beat the Elite Four, beat Red at the top of, what was it, Mount? God, I can't remember. The big mountain you have to climb to find him. And then just for bants, like a few days later, I'd again reset my game and do it all over again. I remember so vividly because the Game Boy Color didn't have any backlight to it. I had like a little lamp by my bed in my bed. God damn it, RCXDs. I had a little lamp by my bed in my bedroom, and when my parents had gone to sleep, I would pretend I was asleep, turn on my little bedside light, and then pull out my Game Boy Color and just play Pokemon for hours and hours and hours. And I would stay up way too late playing it. And I guess a bit like Call of Duty, how I've just moved from Call of Duty game to Call of Duty game and kept that love addiction. Oh my god, how's that guy not died? Kept that love addiction going with the same game. That's been the same with Pokemon. You guys know I love Pokemon as well. And I've played a lot of the recent ones, obviously Pokemon Go I love as well. But there's also been Animal Crossing on the DS, believe it or not. If you guys have ever played Animal Crossing, you'll know it is a dangerous, dangerous game. So it's actually all based in real time. So if it's like 10 AM in the morning when you're playing the game, that's the exact time it will be in the game on Animal Crossing as well. So my life went from staying up late playing Pokemon in the evening to getting up like an hour before school just to harvest all of my fruits in my little world on Animal Crossing to sell it off to Tom Nook to make some money so I could upgrade my house. Like, oh man, I spent a lot of time on that game. But then looking to games a little bit more recently, and we're talking like this is still an addiction, to be honest with you guys. I've been a massive fan of the Fire Emblem series, which is like a turn-based game, basically. Come on, poke your head out. You did exactly what I asked you to, and I still didn't kill you, damn it. Okay, guys, we're in a lobby of someone who's 400th in the world with a 4 KD ratio. I mean, I thought I was decent at this game. This guy's next. Normally, I don't focus on the gameplay that much, but this is definitely a battle between myself and Regen to see who can be the best of the lobby. So as I was saying, one of my most recent addictions is this game called Fire Emblem Heroes on the iPhone, believe it or not. It's got a full-on series on Nintendo consoles like the Wii, the DS, etc. It's a turn-based game where you can like summon characters, a bit like supply drops. It is a big money sink, so be careful because I've dropped way too much money into the game, but I am so addicted to like creating the perfect team. So I'm sure you guys have like many different games you've been addicted to as well, not just Call of Duty. So let me know down below which game have you been really, really addicted to at some point in your life that isn't a COD game, because I would love to know. Damn it. First battle, Ali versus Regen. He wins. I see you, buddy. But why do we get addicted to these games? And I think, and it especially links back to Black Ops 3, it's all about the little buzz that you get from doing really well, or a certain part of the game that makes you feel really happy and good that you keep on coming back for. That just feels great. It's almost like a drug. I mean, it sounds like a drug, but it's not really a drug, obviously. I think this one's a little bit more obvious, but it's also like a good escape just from everyday life. Even I like to just sit down and play games and not even think about YouTube or think about what I'm doing for the day. I just focus fully on the game in front of me and get lost in the world. It feels good. Oh my god, I'm going in for some. What the hell? Oh, you can't use that against me, buddy. Claire actually overheard my commentary and looked up the fact it's called Mount Silver in Gold and Silver, the mountain you have to go to find Red, and it's basically the hardest battle in the game. So thank you, Claire, for looking that up. Bring this all back to Black Ops 3, alright? Because that's what we were originally talking about. I think for me, I fell in love with this game months before you guys. Actually, no, I think you guys did. No, I don't know if you guys even knew Black Ops 3 was the thing. I don't know. Basically, I was very lucky. I've mentioned this in a few videos before, but I've been very lucky to go to Treyarch a few times, and I got to go as a part of a select group of YouTubers to Treyarch's offices miles before we knew much about the game game at all and literally just sit down and play the game for hours. I was so fortunate. And I get like a good feeling for a Call of Duty game, and I try not judge it too critically before it's fully released, because obviously the game's changed massively before like the game comes out compared with any like pre-release event. But I knew from that first time I laid hands on Black Ops 3 that this game was just going to be an absolute banger. And I knew that as soon as I laid hand on Black Ops 3, I was going to really like this game. And I think it's well known that I am a bit of a Treyarch fanboy, and I love the Black Ops series anyway, so it was going to be lined up for the fact, yo, Hater, good job, team. It was going to be lined up the fact that Black Ops 3 would be a game that I would quite like anyway, thankfully. Damn it, that guy is good. No wonder he's 400th in the world. And I remember so vividly playing Black Ops 3 against all these YouTubers. So bear in mind, all of us play COD every single day for an excessive amount of time. We're not professional players, but we're good at the game, right? So the competition is tough at all these events we go to for any pre-release like DLC or Call of Duty game. It is not easy because everyone is a very good player. But I had this gun right here, the Man of War. Just so I show you that I get killed. Thank you. Very disrespectful enemy. I was trying to show my audience something. I had the Man of War in hand. And we're playing on the smallest map in Black Ops 3. And I ran into one of the tiny rooms, having like not really know the layout of the map at all. And got myself a quad feed against these YouTubers. I was like, this is going to be my game. I know this is going to be a game that I absolutely adore. Ooh, that could have been nasty. If we think about those little things that give us a buzz, in Black Ops 3, I think the specialists were done so well. You get a specialist maybe, what, 2 or 3 times a game? And that means 2 or 3 times a game, you are trying to pop off, try and do something amazing. If it doesn't quite happen that game, hey, play another game. You've got another 2 or 3 chances. And I think, and that's why I've got the golden gun on right now, actually, because it's one of the first specialists I really fell in love with, because if you pop off with it and get loads of kill, it feels amazing. And that was balanced really, really well. The fact it wasn't so ridiculously overpowered that it like annoyed you and you got killed by it too much, but it was good enough that if you were great with it, you could really do something special, and it made you feel special, and that's something I still love in Black Ops 3. Hey, take that, regen. I guess if you look back at the other games I used to be addicted to, Pokemon was just like coming across a shiny Pokemon. It's like a 1 in 8,000 chance. That was very exciting, very, very rare. Or just finding something new or making your Pokemon learn a cool move. Animal Crossing was just making loads of money or finding a rare fossil or item. And Fire Emblem, although it probably isn't the safest thing to admit, is summoning a rare character in the game, which is an expensive thing to be addicted to, I can't lie. But it all comes down to that little buzz, you know what I mean? That little bit of excitement you get when you play the game. You just want more and more and more of it. Okay, I did shocking. Regen totally kicked my ass, guys. Like, my excuse is that I'm live commentating while I'm doing this, and that's not the easiest thing in the world to balance. I don't think he's doing that. That's my excuse. But then if you think about it, you could be like, wait a second, Ali. Infinite Warfare has specialists, or basically the equivalent of specialists in the form of rigs, so why do you like that game as much? I think it's a fair point. Like, they've tried to take good things from Black Ops 3 and put them in Infinite Warfare, but for me, it's the whole package of Black Ops 3. Like, I love the gun balancing, I love the maps, I also love the pacing of the game. I actually think it's a little bit slower than some Call of Duty games. It's definitely a lot slower than Infinite Warfare, but I actually like it when things are a little bit slower. I'm more of like a slower assault rifle player, so for me, this fits my style a lot better. I need to get out of here. Rip! Rip! Oh my god, I did it. Like, Treyarch just make really good maps, in my opinion. And I don't know, it just fits what I like to play when it comes to Call of Duty. So that's my personal preference. And that's one of the reasons that I really like playing the game. And you could sit there and say, Ali, if you're so addicted to Black Ops 3, why did you stop playing it towards the end of its lifetime last year? Or the end of its first year of being released, at least, when Pokemon Go came out. Now, I do want to do a video, actually, talking a bit more in depth and just casually chatting to you guys. I really enjoyed doing these kind of videos. Specifically talking about why I just dropped off the face of the Call of Duty Earth last year when Pokemon Go came out. Oh my god, I shot that C4 in midair. Woohoo! Take that, buddy. But I really realized, actually, not too long ago, when I started playing Black Ops 3 a little bit more again, and really getting some great gameplays, how I missed that buzz, and how I realized that, honestly, it sounds bad, but, like, I almost needed that buzz every day, and it made me feel better, like, just playing a bit of COD and getting a really good gameplay. I felt good about myself. I know a lot of my self-esteem is definitely invested in the views I get on my YouTube channel, and I've toned that down a little bit, because it's a little bit too unhealthy to be so invested in your YouTube channel in a way that if it starts doing badly, you get really, really down. And that has happened to me. It's not the most sensible or the healthiest thing in the world, but basically I realized the little buzz that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 specifically gave me is something that I really, really like, and that's why, despite the fact this game is over a year old, it is my go-to Call of Duty game, and I still absolutely love it, and that's why you could say I'm still addicted to it. Now, looking forward to the rest of the year, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Call of Duty has said that they are openly supporting 3 games this year. They know that their audience is split between Modern Warfare Remastered, Infinite Warfare, and Black Ops 3, and as a result, all 3 games are being supported with content this year, which is exciting. We know that We know that because DLC weapons have been added into Black Ops 3 since, like, this year. Like, and I'm sure there's going to be even more weapons added in at some point as well this year. So they know that we want extra content. The big question really for Black Ops 3 players is less so, are we getting more gun DLC? It's actually, is there going to be a DLC 5? I also want to talk about this a little bit more in depth in the video as well. I don't have an answer. I don't know whether or not it's going to be happening, but especially for the zombies community, it's a very exciting thought that we may get another DLC at some point this year to break the mold of only ever getting 4 big DLC packages for a Call of Duty game. So I guess the big question to finish off this video is, do I see myself playing Black Ops 3 for another year? I definitely see myself playing it for the rest of this year, and it all really comes down to how successful Call of Duty World War II is. I really want the game to be so successful that it doesn't give me a reason to pick up Black Ops 3 again because it is so good, and as a result, I just move on to World at War 2 or whatever COD 2017 ends up being, and that becomes my main Call of Duty game for another year. So guys, let me know, which game are you addicted to at the moment? Which games have you been addicted to in the past? Hopefully you've really enjoyed this video. Can't wait to see what COD 2017 brings. For the time being, I'm going to be sticking with Black Ops 3 and obviously mixing it up with other games as well. But thank you for watching. You guys are amazing. I'll see you in another video very soon.